How did Zuckerberg make the founders of Instagram leave the company? Or, Instagram, why did the founders leave their unicorns? Or, how did Zuckerberg take over Instagram? We all use Instagram, and we all love Instagram. Gen Z is especially unable to avoid this app. Currently, Instagram has a net worth of $100 billion. And you'll know that this also falls under the Meta. But do you know how Kevin started Instagram? And how did the actions of Mark Zuckerberg force them to leave the company? That's right, they're no longer running the app. They left the company because of some unwanted situations. So what was happening behind the scenes? Let's try to find out in this video. But before we get into that, press the like button and hit the subscribe button so you can get more insights about famous companies. Declining good opportunities? Kevin Systrom is one of the founders of Instagram. He was attracted to technology and coding since his childhood. Because of his interest in technology, he chose management sciences and technology for his bachelor's degree. While he was studying at Stanford University, Mark Zuckerberg approached him. Mark asked Kevin to build a photo sharing feature for Facebook. The offer was good, but he didn't want to take abrupt decisions. So Kevin sought help from his mentors to make the right decision. One of his mentors told him that Facebook is not here to stay. However, this prediction is now proved wrong. Kevin followed the advice of his mentor and declined the offer. Later on, he went to Italy to study photography, and you'll see how his hobby helped him to gain huge success. After returning from Italy, Kevin started an internship at Odeo, which is now known as Twitter. While working for Twitter, he became friends with Jack Dorsey. He told Kevin that Odeo will be huge, but Kevin wasn't able to see the potential, so he left Twitter as well. Building first app? After leaving Twitter, Kevin started to focus on mobile app development. While he was focusing on his new ambitions, he met Mike Krieger, one of his colleagues from Stanford University. They met at the Just For You cafe. Just after the first meeting, they had a brilliant idea for an app, and they were pumped up to work it. You may be thinking about Instagram, but it wasn't Instagram. Their first app was called purbn. Purbn was just a check-in app. It allowed users to share their pictures with their location. It was a decent idea, but they didn't have the investment to grow their product, so they needed some cash in their banks. Insane investments. After creating the prototype, Kevin went to a bar where multiple investors were gathered. Many people were sharing their ideas with the investors. Kevin showed his idea to Steve Anderson, one of the early investors of Instagram. He was impressed by the idea, so he decided to invest $50,000 in this early startup. Back in those days in Silicon Valley, investment news always went viral instantly, and other investors would also come up to invest their money. The same thing happened with Instagram, and when Steve saw a huge crowd coming over, he increased his investment to $250,000. Another venture company, Andreessen, also added $250,000. Now a company of only 2 members had $500,000 of investment. Why did purbn fail? Investors can only give you money to run the business, but they cannot control the output of your business. It is the responsibility of the entrepreneur to understand market demand and grow the company. purbn wasn't a successful app. At its peak, only 100 people were using purbn. Kevin and Mike were smart entrepreneurs, as instead of throwing money blindly into marketing, they decided to interview their current users. They asked the users, "Why are you using purbn?" All of them had the same answers. They were using the app because of its photo capturing feature, and most of them didn't even care about the check-in feature. So Kevin decided to remove all other features and only focus on pictures. At that time, there were many apps for photo editing, but they didn't have a platform for sharing them. Kevin knew that he could dominate the market if he could improve the photo sharing aspect, starting with Instagram. Once they found the problem, they decided to remove all other features of purbn and just focus on pictures. While they were working on Instagram, Kevin went on a vacation with his girlfriend. One of their conversations created a path of success for Instagram. One day, Kevin asked his girlfriend what she thinks about the new app they were building. To his surprise, she said that she would not use the app because her pictures are not good enough as compared to others. Kevin told her that people improve their pictures by using filters. And this statement was a breakthrough for Kevin. As soon as he came back, he started to work on filters. Thanks to his photography experience, he was able to produce quality filters in less time. It took Kevin and Mike only 8 weeks to finalize the app and launch it. Massive success for Instagram. Instagram was released on 6 October 2010. Surprisingly, they had 25,000 users within 24 hours. And after a month, 1 million users were active on Instagram. This app was getting insanely famous because it not only made a platform to share pictures, but also made it easier for users to share photos on multiple platforms. When Instagram's filtered pictures were shared on multiple platforms, it attracted more audience, since everyone wanted to add an artistic feel to their pictures. However, Instagram was not ready for this quick success. Because of excessive load, its server went down several times. And things were even worse when celebrities joined the platform. Justin Bieber was one of the first celebs to join Instagram. Whenever he posted a picture, a crowd of teenage girls was ready to react to it. This affected the server badly. Despite these problems, Instagram still went viral. It had only 4 employees, including Mike and Kevin, when Instagram hit 2 million users. Here's a fact. In the initial years, Instagram chose posts manually to make them viral. They were not using any algorithms. Also, at that time, it wasn't making any profit. The acquisition. Although Instagram was not making any revenue, big companies knew that it was going to become one of the most successful apps. So, the giants of that era could do one of 2 things. Either try to destroy Instagram or acquire it. 2 companies decided to go with the second option. First, the Twitter CEO invited Kevin to have dinner with him, and there he proposed to Kevin that Twitter would like to acquire Instagram. And once again in his life, Kevin didn't take quick decisions. While he was going through the thought process, Mark Zuckerberg called him. Mark told him that he thinks Facebook should acquire Instagram, as he feels that Facebook has better resources that can help Instagram to become more successful. Also, Mark knew how to pitch Kevin. He told him that even after the acquisition, he can run the app independently without interference from Facebook. And the best part was Mark offered him $1 billion, which is huge for a non-profit mobile app. Because of these 2 reasons, Kevin accepted the offer. Kevin also knew that if he does not accept the offer, Zuckerberg will try to crush his app. So he decided to go the other way around and take Zuckerberg's help to make Instagram successful. Why did Kevin and Mike quit Instagram? For many years, many Instagram users didn't even know that Facebook has acquired their favorite app, because it was part of the deal that Zuckerberg would not interfere in the working of Instagram. But over time, Facebook began to become a little more involved with Instagram, which sparked several disagreements. It all started when Kevin objected to Mark Zuckerberg's suggestion that Instagram sends out more push notifications and email alerts to users to increase engagement. Things got more heated when Mark asked Kevin to integrate Facebook's ad system on Instagram. Kevin didn't want to do that, as he didn't want to approve those clickbait ads. Kevin wanted to only work with a select few advertisers at once and design campaigns specifically for Instagram. He wanted the advertisements to feel opulent and complement the platform's aesthetic. For a brief period, he got his way and manually approved Instagram ads for a select few well-known, reputable big brands. Kevin was reminded that although he was still the CEO of Instagram, Mark Zuckerberg was ultimately in charge when Instagram integrated Facebook's ad system, opening the door for anyone to purchase ads on the platform. Even though Facebook owned Instagram, Facebook remained Mark's pride and joy, and Zuckerberg began to worry that Instagram was siphoning off too many users from Facebook. A former Instagram employee put it best: Facebook was like the older sibling who wants to dress you up for the event but doesn't want you to look more attractive than she does. By using Facebook's resources, Instagram was growing rapidly. Zuckerberg saw the popularity and thought that with this growth rate, Instagram can take over Facebook. Because of this threat, Mark made some changes that annoyed Kevin. For instance, he removed the navigation link to Instagram from Facebook. Kevin started speaking up and informing his colleagues he disagreed with Zuckerberg's policies after he stated to Instagram that they could only grow their crew by roughly 8% that year, significantly less than they needed. Kevin took a vacation, which he then extended, and when he eventually returned, he stated both he and his co-founder Mike were resigning as a result of the mounting strain. The employees weren't able to digest the decision, as they couldn't imagine Instagram without its two creators. But now they've made the final decision. When the founders left Instagram, Mark implemented his strategies right away. For instance, he increased the frequency of ads on Instagram. The app is still working properly, but its creators are no longer working on it. Takeaway. What's the takeaway from this story? Was Mark right, or is he accountable for his actions? In my opinion, his actions were not right. Facebook is indeed his first child, and we can say that Instagram is an adopted child. But you should have equal love for all of your children. Now both the children are adults and Mark is making a huge profit from them. However, Kevin and Mike are no longer part of the success. Well, this was it from our video. I hope you like it. If I'm right, comment down your thoughts. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and click on the bell icon to get more relatable videos.